Resume
Perfect.
recording. Okay.
There we go. So did y'all get the I put two Word documents in there that y'all can look at and review. And it's not the prettiest thing, Bree, but at least it's in
It's
there.
so
So
hard to, I like things to be pretty for one thing. and I thought about spending time and really making that like, like, no, it doesn't even matter. Why do you care? And it's funny
just get
because
it
my
done.
partner could care less about the prettiness of anything. So he's always like, he looks at me like, you're retarded. Like, what are you doing? Anyways, whatever.
So
So
I
it
feel
was
kind of bad because I don't have, I didn't add anything to that, but I'm still working on my CRM. So the one thing I do have though is the transaction coordination part. And
yeah,
I think
that's
I
what I
talked to
want.
you. So can I just start adding documents that way,
Yes,
just the
please do.
templates we use?
Yep, I would love that. And I was
Okay.
also realizing that systems and stuff like this, especially action plans, like maybe not systems themselves, but the action plans are so dry. Like it is so hard to look at. And so I'm wondering, I don't know, I'm like second guessing on whether or not we go through entire action plans, but maybe we should, I don't know. But then I was excited because I'm like, okay, like I have my basic one. I need like what I need to do probably between now and next week because I kind of slacked this week. I had sick kids and whatever. I have all kinds of excuses, but I need to translate my one new lead follow-up system to all my other lead sources and make it more applicable to them. And then I love that you shared your sphere of influence touches, like just reminding yourself to intentionally send Facebook messages and that, Josh. I liked that idea a lot. Because I do think, I think we all like it, you need to pay attention to how much you're talking to people, because I think you can feel like you're caught up with them just because you're seeing their lives on Facebook, but then like, are you actually making contact? And my coach actually mentioned to me yesterday, she's like, because I am all into my art right now, like I'm trying to build my art business also and my real estate business. And so I'm posting a lot about art. And she's like, well, are you posting about real estate? Like, do people know you're a realtor? And it's funny because I've had like 3 past clients reach out or sphere that have been like, hey, are you still in real estate? Like, we'd love to use you. I'm like, fuck yes, I'm in real estate. Like, sorry. Like, how do you not know I'm in real estate? To me, like, I'm like in real estate. Like, I'm full time. Like, I'm like highly ranked. Like, I'm doing good. So, like,
You're doing
I
the
don't
thing.
know. I think
Yeah,
we're
people
more
forget so quickly. Sorry.
No.
They forget so quickly. And I have this story. I helped someone purchase a home for 2.5, 3 years ago. I kept up with her, did everything. And she just forgot within 1 month of us talking to reach out to me because she's like, I just saw a house. I went there and that was it. So just the quick communication of literally every month. That's why when I created that plan, I was like, you are going to see or hear from me at least once a month. And then the newsletters I just do on a monthly basis. So that's kind of how I thought about it. But y'all feel free to edit and add and things like that. But I tried to hit every point. So
yeah, I love that. So yeah, just reminding people. And then it was funny, this is kind of like squirrel, but I had a client text me yesterday and I did share like, now is the time to sell, like a picture of my team on my personal page. And I don't usually share my real estate stuff. So I don't want to be the salesperson. Like, I don't want to be like, oh, Breeze, just post listings. That's not what I'm going to post necessarily. But like, I do think people need to know that they should just sell right now because we really need their houses. So I posted that. She's like, can you make this shareable? And she's like, well, one of my friends is looking to buy. So I shared your post with her. But then I also told her that the listing agent that we worked with was really amazing. And her name was Tara Harris. And I'm like, oh, what? I'm like,
oh,
no. But I made it clear that they should work with you because we worked with you on our last 3 transactions and you're amazing. I'm like, people are they don't understand how we think. I don't think.
I just don't think they understand the process. Like, they just don't know. And I think we have to explain that to them as well.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. So yeah, that was a squirrel, but anyways, yes. So yeah, I just say we keep posting our resources in there and then setting expectations or like homework per se, accountability for things to work on each week in between calls so that we're doing a lot more of this stuff on our own, but it's to keep us all doing that. Because that's the whole reason why I wanted to have this group is because I really need to get these systems fully functional. Like I should have more than one action plan in my Real Geeks to reach people. So That's why I did this, is so that I can have the accountability that I will do that stuff. So I think, I'm guessing you guys are probably similar. Lisa, we all met, I think last week or the week before. Can you unmute yourself and just kind of give us your brief bio, or, tell us who's Lisa?
Yes, hello. I am a realtor. I have been since 2018, maybe 17, 18. I haven't been active lately. I've had family members that have had health issues, and I've been finishing up a degree in interior design, and have 3 kids that are getting married. So a lot's on the table, but I'm trying to get back into my real estate, and I thought this was a good way to jumpstart it and get things going again. And I'm from Baltimore area, and also right now I'm in the Vero Beach area.
Vero Beach.
Yes.
Lisa, what's your last name?
Cole.
She was
Lisa,
on our call this morning.
Yeah, we're right down the road from each other, kind of. I love Vero Beach.
Yeah, I flew into Orlando Sunday during all those storms. So nice to see some sunshine right now.
Most
I want
definitely. Most
sunshine. It's been snowing and snowing and snowing here. It's driving me bonkers.
Oh,
All right, so let's keep working on our new lead action plans for the next week. And let's keep refining those and post them as you come up with them. And I'll tweak mine. I want to come up with at least 2 more versions this week, from just my basic template to, I want to create a sphere of influence. I should write this down so I remember what I'm committing to.
And then everyone watching on the recording as well, we still need to know where everyone sits with what type of lead sources y'all are working on, just your top 4. We don't want to go too crazy. So if y'all can go in the Facebook group and comment on what your top 4 lead pillars are, that helps us put these action plans together and share and kind of help each other out within the group. So if y'all can do that, that would be awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. And then, I was also just thinking that maybe another thing we could do is like, here's something that we do. And I think a lot of people do it or do something similar to it, but I did sit and type up my whole system for doing just our quick weekly market update videos. Do any of you guys do market update videos?
no, but I need to.
Oh, good. Okay. So
Same.
at least maybe this will help both of you guys. And I figured I'll just share my screen so I can show you guys. I'm pretty proud of myself. Like the fact that I just did this morning, and I'm feeling super like stressed out, and I do that to myself. No. But like, I think that's what I need, is like, I just have to get in and I just have to get it done. You know what I mean? Like, because or else it's not, I can have it sitting there for so long and just not.
It's easy to put it on the back burner.
Always, like there's always something. Oh no.
Else.
Okay, hold on. It won't let me share my screen because I don't have it having permission. Dang it.
Oh.
No.
Well, you can you put it in the Facebook group?
Yep, I'll put it in the Facebook group. So yeah, I just went through, and I'll just tell you guys quickly like how we do it. And then if you have questions when you're trying to do it, let me know. The one thing that we've done, and I will also share this, is we have a transaction coordinator through my Outdesk. And so she works for us full time. And honestly, we kind of have a hard time filling her 40 hours a week. Like that's kind of a lot to have somebody really focus that whole time, and she can. And so I really need to be handing this all over to her, and I can't hand it over to her until I teach it to her and I have the written damn system. So that was I did this in a self-serving manner as well, haha. But I'll send you that. So I have her pull every week all the different stats and I put exactly the categories that I have her pull each week. And then I can also reference back. Like the other week, I was able to tell that we had 103 houses active then, and 3 years ago we had 361 houses active. Like it's just kind of cool to have that stuff to reference back. Like I was thinking about making a sheet as far as showing what days on market are and what that's doing to pricing and stuff. Like there's all these things that it makes me be inspired to do. But so she pulls those stats and sends to us. And she does it at the end of the day on Monday, and she pulls it from Monday through the Sunday, and then she pulls it on Monday. And this is all in the action checklist that I am gonna post. So
I
you
love
don't
that.
even need to take notes or anything. And my thought is if you guys can think of ways to help me streamline it too, because I might be doing 800 extra steps because it gets a little like, are you kidding me? But I think once my assistant does it, it'll be perfect.
Hey,
So anyway, so basically she pulls the stats initially, right? And so she sends us to the stats every Monday evening per se for the last week. And then also I'm having her do it at the end of each month for the month over month for the last month plus year to date. So we can compare year over year too. So she sends us all of that information. And then the next morning we have our team meetings on Tuesdays. So one of us gets up and says the market report real quick. Like we usually write out the numbers on a sheet and hold them up by our phone and just kind of talk, you know? So we videotape that with space left to the side of us. And then what's nice is, well, usually I'm not the ones that do the video. So they send me the video, I pop it into Canva. I also make a graphic in Canva and then download that and you can really easily add that graphic over the top of the video. It's literally simple, but if you get into it and have issues, let me know so I can kind of further explain it. And then you can even add like the person's name above their head with the text. And it's so simple in Canva to put that whole thing together. And then we download it and it goes to Instagram and Facebook. Then we also upload it to YouTube. From there, we share it out to our MailChimp news list. And we did create a template in MailChimp that we just kind of changed the verbiage, changed the video, and it goes out. And sometimes I change, you know, whatever. But I think
awesome.
having the consistency of it every week, people do literally watch it fanatically. Like we have some clients that reference it and they're like, oh my God. And I mean, it's really basic. And to me, like, it's almost too boring because we always focus on those same pieces of information each week. But then people have kind of a barometer and like in the video and then in my verbiage on Facebook and stuff, then we can describe more parts of it or whatever. So
I love that. Thank you for sharing
Me
that.
too. Thank you.
so I'm gonna go ahead and share that in the Facebook group. So that's one thing. And then I was thinking if each of you guys, and Josh, why don't you go next week if you're good with it? But why don't you, is there something that you do that you could create a quick system to and share with us next week? And then maybe we could do something like that each week too. Is that okay?
Yeah, that works.
Because I was just thinking, I'm like, I think that's something a lot of people do, but like it is a little time. Like, I don't know if I do if I didn't have somebody to just pull the numbers for me is the biggest thing, you know?
Can I jump in for a second, Bree?
Absolutely, please.
So, hi, everybody. I actually missed last week. I'm sorry for that. I decided to take a quick road trip down to South Carolina and visit my kids. It was totally irresponsible for me, but I went. And so I'm sorry I missed y'all last week.
It's okay.
But I love the market update video thing. And so you must already have some posted on your social media that we could check out. I'm guessing that you're doing that.
Actually, in my Word document that I just posted in our group, so you could go to our group now and look at it. I put
Okay.
a link to last week's video, or no, maybe
Awesome.
it's this week's video. I posted a link to that as well as like what my graphic looks like. And I change up the colors and how it looks every week so that you kind of catch your attention. Like I make it match people's clothes and stuff. Or like add little dancing people to it or whatever. Like you can have graphics that move and everything. Like Canva has made it really easy. Before Canva, like I actually did have like ScreenFlow, which was like a movie making thing. And I like it was really time consuming. And now it's so simple. Like I really think probably anybody can do it. The biggest thing is you just have to save like the graphic to your computer and then re-upload it as the graphic.
That's cool. I'm going to definitely check that out. And I also just wanted to suggest, and this is something that I don't have to pull because our company does it for us. But when we do our market updates, and I'm honestly not doing video, I'm just posting the content, but I love the video idea and I really got to get myself to do that. But we are also looking at market stats from say like the end of the month. So once a month we look at March of 2021 and compare it to March of 2020, the previous year, because that's like pretty impactful to see the difference in the full year, especially with what's going on right now. I'm not sure. I'm sure there's a way you can do it. Like I said, I don't have to do the research because our company provides it for us. But I think that's another one maybe to think about doing and showing from year to year the difference.
We do that as well. We do it like at the end of each month. So like when it was April 5th, I had her pull March 2021 over March 2020 and did do a video for that. And then also at that same point, then we do like the year to date as well.
Yeah.
So we do throw those in too, because I do think it's so crazy to be like, look, even last year, like there were houses for people to pick from. And right now there's just really not. So
yeah, absolutely.
Yep. And then I've been working really hard on doing a lot more video. And I think this gives you a really, really easy basis video like to do. That's just like, this is what we do every week. And then on top of it, you do the other stuff. I'm also updating what our stat stuff looks like that our admin sends to us each week, so you guys can see that. And so both of those are there. And then one of the commitments that we talked about in the last 2 weeks is to make sure that we're working in our CRMs every single day, at least for 20 minutes, and spending time organizing and updating. And I was really proud of myself. And I told my coach that I did it once last week and I felt so good that day. And then I didn't do it again. So I'm just going to put that out there. Let's keep committing to that, because I really feel like I just feel like I'm so lame. Like I feel like when I was a new agent, I was like, gosh, why are all these agents like, they don't do this, don't do that. And then you get into it and it's emotionally draining. Like I'm worn out today. I was worn out yesterday because I worked and negotiated stuff and showed houses all weekend. But like, I forgot where I was going with that, but it was passionate. So anyways, it's just hard to get to.
I just uploaded all my contacts into it. So I'm working with Laura to really organize it. So I have been spending time there because there's so much to do after you upload all of that information in there. Especially like all of my contacts for my phone. I was like, oh my gosh, it's so much. I don't even know where to start, but you have to start somewhere.
Were you on here last week when we talked about Contactually? Have you done the Contactually bucket game?
No. What is it?
You can get a free trial, and you'll tell me if I'm wrong, but you might be able to get a free trial of Contactually, upload your database in it, play the bucket game, which sorts everybody into their different categories fast. Like it's just like, it goes through them and you click like, there's different shortcuts and you just click what category you're to throw them away. And it cleans up your database, and then you can cancel your free trial and upload your sorted database back into your normal one.
Man, you're so smart.
It was my coach. It wasn't me.
Okay, well, thanks for sharing.
Well, that's a good idea, huh?
It is a good idea.
Yes.
And then one thing that I'm also going to commit to doing this week, and it's because Josh has a damn video out there explaining how to do it, about how to download your Facebook contacts, and it's in the core and elite groups. And I'm going to do that this week because that's possible. So look up in the core or elite groups, or if you can post it here, Josh, that'd be cool in our group.
I don't know if I have it saved still. I'll look.
No worries. I was just trying to save myself time and delegate to somebody else so it's easier for me.
No, I got you. If you just search my name,
or find it.
No, if y'all just go to Core or Elite, search my name, you should see that video. So
perfect.
Josh also did a Tactic Tuesday yesterday on 5 a.m. Club that was absolutely mind-blowing at like 5 in the morning. He explained basically how you Google yourself and figure out if all of your social media and everything is congruent and where you need to be placed as far as SEO is concerned. So
I'm going to upload my PDF of notes from that too, because that's another checklist that I think everybody should freaking go through this week and make sure they've done.
Yeah, Katie says she does it quarterly, I think. Like her and her team do it quarterly to make sure everything is good.
Especially if you've ever moved companies, because I'm sure as shit that there's still stuff out there with me at Remax and maybe even Coldwell Banker. I think that as far back as it probably exists, but
point in case. Yeah, and the reason I put this up as well is I actually, the day before I did that exact same thing, and it had me in Dallas and New York because it pulled my brokerage addresses from 3 different places. So I was at Texas and realtor.com. I was in New York at Zillow, and it made no sense. So it happens without you knowing it until you actually look at it. So please make sure
And
you
there's
at
a
least do
million
that.
places. Like it's so hard. Like there's places you don't even think of looking. So maybe we should come up with a list of places where all you should check to make sure things are congruent, because that list is long.
Yeah,
It probably exists.
I just did I just looked at the first 2 pages of Google because no one's going to go past that to really
That's
look
true.
that hard. But
Well,
I
I
had a
think
quick
that I just have my
question,
3 tasks. My CRM, obviously, the market updates, and then the Facebook, and actually what Josh was talking about yesterday. I don't know why it's slipping my mind. I just mentioned it.
and don't forget tonight, Zachary Faust. I think it's in
At
the core page
5:30
or
my
elite
time.
page.
7:30
Yep.
degrees is all.
I'm so bad at that. Why don't y'all come to Florida, East Coast? Come on.
I know
Anyways,
about to. I will. I'll be there within 10
yes, come on.
What are you
But he-
talking about, Josh?
Sorry, Zachary Faust is doing a call. If you look on it's either on the elite or core page.
It's
I'm sorry,
core.
you had to look. Is it core? Okay.
Mhm.
And he's going to be going through Google and Facebook ads. And he is definitely dominating that space. So him and Jason Pantana and Tom kind of hooked up. And I think Zachary's going to be doing a lot more with Tom Ferry group on this. So make sure you watch that, even if you just take a couple nuggets out of it. So that's tonight.
Yep,
Is
I have
that,
that on my schedule.
Is that Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m.?
7:30 Eastern time.
7:30 on the Facebook core group page?
Yep. Yeah, he's going live.
I hope he's gonna record it.
I'll
Yep.
take notes. I'm already taking notes for some people, and I'm sure Bree's going to make them beautiful, and she'll kick my butt at it. So,
Will you go ahead and send me yours though, so I make sure I don't miss anything? Thanks, Josh.
of course, we'll nerd out together.
Perfect. I love being a nerd together. I might even write
Aw.
them up if I'm inspired enough.
Another quick question I have, Josh or Bree, when you talked about downloading your Facebook contacts, and I'll go and look at the instructions, but does that give you, like, what does it give you? Do you get email addresses, phone numbers with that? What are you actually getting out of that?
So it is the names, period. But if the individual has their email and phone contact in there, it will pull that as well.
Mhm.
Yes.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Welcome.
That's a great tip.
Do you think there's
Awesome.
anything else we need to specifically cover today, or should we just declare we're gonna do a lot of things before we meet again next week and work on action plans, work in our CRMs, download our Facebook contacts, work in our, let's just,
Yeah,
That's
Do
a
it.
lot. Yeah, that's a
we're
lot.
declaring that.
yeah. And I'd love to see if you guys do videos or whatever, make sure you share them with me. And if you're looking through that system and it's not perfectly clear, will you just either fill it in and send it to me or ask me the question? So because I want it to literally be that I could hand it to somebody and they can do it, right?
Mhm.
Yes.
So if you guys can help me get it to that point, if it's not, let me know. And Josh,
Yes.
you're on for next week. And then Heather, why don't you do the week after if you can, as far as thinking of something that you're doing that you could create a system for and share.
Yeah, do you, does everybody have absentee owners in their marketplaces?
Oh yeah, I think
Okay, so I can put together an absentee owner because I work a lot with them. I'll go ahead and put together a system on finding them and then marketing to them, getting in contact with them.
I love that. I
All
love
right.
the idea of like doing our basic, like work through all of our really boring systems, but talk about fun things each week.
Yes.
So awesome. And I will upload, I tried to upload our first call to Facebook, but it was so big, the file. So I need to upload it to YouTube and then share a link in our group, but I'll do it for this week because I feel like we got down to the nitty gritty a little bit.
Yay.
Thanks, guys.
Beautiful.
Thank
All right, y'all
you.
have a fantastic day.
Awesome.
Thank
Thank you,
It was
everybody.
nice to meet you, ladies.
Bye, guys.
It was nice to meet
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.